Hello, hi, welcome back to my channel. My name is Risha, and today we're gonna get into this glowy spring makeup look. I did this first for TikTok, and I had to create a long form video with a lot more information for you guys here on YouTube. Let's get into it. So first I'm gonna begin with the brows. I linked the products for everything down below, but I like to keep my brows pretty straight to the point. I go in first and just trace out the bottom down to the tail and then lightly fill in the sparser areas of my brow. Now we are going into arguably one of the most important parts, which is priming the skin. I really believe that priming begins first with your skin care in the bathroom, but a primer at the counter does help as well. I'm focusing on hydrating the areas to just add to that glow. Next, we're going to go in with a evening concealer. This one is an all over concealer, so it's perfect for no foundation makeup days because it is meant to be worn all over. So I'm going to go in and I'm buffing this out with a foundation brush, and just be sure to do patting motions and take your time. This is not a race, and honestly just looking to have a bit more evenness of my complexion. Okay, now we are going to get into the fun part. This is the sculpting of the face. We are doing the underpainting method. And so just going in and creating that contour that best suits your face shape. I find that this one very much so complements mine, so you're free to copy it. I also really like a nice nose contour as well. And I'm going to use two different brushes, which are also linked down below. And right now we're just going to get to sculpting it all out. And I'm being very meticulous about the way that I blend everything out, because contour, especially cream product, can muddy really quick. So don't rush, take your time, switch brushes if you need to. Just be very careful during this step. Blending is such a key part to making sure that the product looks the way it's supposed to, so don't be afraid to keep going in there until you get your desired look. Now we're going to go in with the highlighting concealer, and this is a different shade, but it's still the same product. And I'm going to take this under the eyes and a little on the nose bridge. And then I'm going to go back in with that first shade and sculpt out the bottom, because again, we're doing no foundation. And then now I'm going to add just a little bit of that cream product to my eyes, just to the crease. I really like this look. I'm such a bronzer in the crease type of girl. And I'm going to take some of that highlighting concealer and trace out my brows. Just the tail end though, not the front. I'm going to use a foundation brush to go ahead and work in that all over concealer shade that I used for the bottom of my face, and then go in with my Morphe concealer brush for the top half where I used for highlighting shades. And I'm also going to clean up my contour as I do this. And I'm so sorry about this going out of focus. I did not realize while filming, but you get the gist. I'm just going in and blending out my concealer. And then I'm going to go in with a more denser brush to really get in there and just continue to blend. Now I'm going to put another highlighting concealer on top because I really want a bright under eye area. So I'm using the Fenty We're Even concealer. And while that dries down, I'm going to go in with the blush. And this is just such a really pretty red berry type of shade. And I'm just going to take it to the higher points of my cheek on either side. And then I'm going to take a little on my nose because I just think it's so cute. And I'm going to blend this out. And with blending out blush, you just really want to make sure that you start light and add as you go. I feel like sometimes what makes this so intimidating is the fact that you're going in too heavy with products. So use a light hand. It is okay to build it up to your liking. It's no different than how you do with like concealers. You might start off some days with a lighter coverage versus others where you want a few more layers, or even add in a highlighting concealer. I just think all of this is completely customizable. And now I'm just going in and working in the concealer. I do have fine lines, so I absolutely need to use a pressed powder. Highly recommend this one. It's an OG and just an all-time favorite. I'm just going to go ahead and work that into just the areas where I place concealer. And be sure to use a sweeping motion, like back and forth pressing motion. And I like to take it onto my forehead as well. And again, I did not realize you guys are out of focus, so apologies. But that's the finished look. And now we're going to go in and I'm going to show you how I marry the blush and under eye together, which is what I'm trying to tell you. Okay, so now I'm going to use the Pat McGrath's blush and a fluffier, dense blush brush. And I'm packing it on and I'm showing you I'm going to use a sweeping upwards motion. And I'm going to go straight into almost like where that little indentation is between your concealer powder where you put that and then where the blush begins. And I love using a powder blush, not too much, a very light hand of it, to just blend the two. And this helps it to look almost as if you took a filter to your face. This really helps these two to become one, because the smoother the transition of the products, just the better the overall look. And for setting the face, I really like a dewy type finish, so look at for setting sprays that create that. This new setting spray by e.l.f., I don't know how to feel about it. I feel like I have to spray so much just to feel like I have something on my skin, which is like a good and bad thing. The wear test is okay, but I definitely don't think it's oily girl friendly. To finish the eyes, I opted for mascara instead of my favorite, which is a black eyeliner, because I really want to make sure this looks super fresh face, springtime. And I feel like mascara did just that, enough to open up the eyes without giving the sultry effects. So keeping true to that fresh face spring look, I kept the lips very natural. I just went in with the dark brown lip liner and traced out my lips. And then I decided to use the blush that I used on the cheeks. On the lips, I just felt like this was such a compliment to the overall look of the face while still looking very natural and easy. The goal of this is just to look like really spring, fresh face. Like, I can go out in this look. This is perfect for a night out as well. And I just love it. It's so universal. So I hope you love it as much as I do. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe.